It's a tight one as we head to the 8th inning, all knotted up at 1 apiece, and the Brewers for the first time this afternoon have gone to the bullpen. It is right-hander Bob Wickman.
Well, hopefully Phil Garner's thinking Wickman in the 8th, get a run, and then you bring in Doug Jones, who's already got 4 saves on the season. Wickman in his 7th appearance this year. Throwing very well, 6 1/3, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts for Bob Wickman.
Darren Jackson, as we guessed earlier, remains in the ballgame in left in place of Mark Newfield. And it's a pinch hitter to start the top of the 8th for the Mets. Batting in the pitcher's spot, left-handed batting Rich Becker. Becker was the final casualty last night for Doug Jones. He struck out to end it. Leading off the 8th here, trying to get a run across for the Mets, tied 1 apiece. Let's take a look at our Miller Genuine Draft National League scoreboard. But Florida's lost 9 in a row. And how about the Rockies? They've dropped 6 straight. Cincinnati on top early in that one. Everybody else later tonight. Atlanta and Philadelphia. Dodgers hosting Houston in LA. And the Padres and D-backs. St. Louis out west as well to play the Giants. 3-0 home to Becker. Misses inside, ball 4.
Now it looked like a pretty good pitch, but Wickman was all over the strike zone. Jerry Lane made him pay for it.
You can close the book on Cal Eldred, and for the 3rd straight start, Cal has pitched very well, but for the 3rd straight start, Cal will not receive a decision.
Yeah. He only had 6 no decisions all of last year.
Becker aboard to start the 8th. He can run. Wickman's going to keep his eye on him. Brian McRae, the batter. The final line on Eldred this afternoon, 7 innings. 1 run. It was earned on just 3 hits. Walks 3, strikes out 5. But dare we say, this might have been Cal's best start of the 3 so far, and he's pitched very well in his first 2. McRae pushes down the bunt. Cirillo gets to it quickly. Boy, looked at second and decided to go to first. Wow.
Becker has pretty good foot speed down there at first base. Cirillo thought he might have had a play at second base. A good bunt by Brian McRae. You can see Cirillo right on top of it, but a good decision. Make sure 1. That's how big innings are started.
If it had been somebody else on base, Jeff might have had a crack at second base, but as you mentioned, Becker runs well. So 1 away. A go-ahead run in scoring position for the Mets. Edgardo Alfonso, the batter. Left-hander Mike Myers warming in the Brewer bullpen now. Strike 1 to Alfonso. Wickman took the loss against the Expos night before last. Gave up his first run of the season, also allowed a couple inherited runners to score. Check that as Bob Wickman's 2nd loss of the season. He took the loss on opening night.
Took the loss on that Aaron pickoff throw to third base. The run was unearned, however, but small consolation to Wickman and the Brewers.
Oh, 0-2 on Alfonso. Same teams, same time tomorrow. 1:05 start. Paul Wagner getting the nod for the Brewers. Wags to make his home debut. Truly a home debut for Paul Wagner tomorrow. Bobby Jones gets a call for the Mets. Wickman brushes him back 1-2.
Don't forget to call your mother tomorrow. It's Easter.
I was going to say. Could have sworn my mom's birthday was sometime in the fall. October, November, something like that.
You would have forgot.
Never, never. Got him swinging. Wiki took something off that pitch and had Alfonso way out in front.
One of those nasty sliders, and Bob Wickman got ahead of Alfonso 1-2. That pitch is unhittable. Look at the location down around the knees. Had a big break on it, and Alfonso with no chance.
So 2 away. Becker's still at second. And now it's Bernard Gilkey, the hottest hitter in the Met lineup. 1 for 3 today. A cool 10 for his last 21. Bernard Gilkey was such a great year in '96. Struggled last season until late in the second half. And started hot in '98. One of the things the Mets noticed with Gilkey last year is that he started to pull off of pitches. He was trying to generate more power. Started to pull off, trying to yank everything, and that really hurt his average.
And you would expect that to be a concern to the Mets early in the season, particularly with Todd Hundley out of the lineup. Maybe Gilkey thinking he should be picking up the slack.
0-2.
Good slider again from Bob Wickman.
Tied at 1's top of the 8th. Runner at second for New York. 2 away. 0-2 on Bernard Gilkey. Fans clapping it up behind Bob Wickman. Out of the stretch, the 0-2. Hit on the ground, foul, wide of third. Stay in your seat. How many times do I have to tell you? Come down there and tell you myself.
See, they take the ball away, so it really doesn't pay to go out there.
Atta girl. That's right. Probably give it to some youngster. Back to 0-2 on Gilkey. Should Gilkey have 2-out success, John Olerud is waiting on deck, left-handed hitter, and he's exactly the reason Mike Myers is up in the Brewer bullpen. It's a 2-2 now.
Well, you know Bob Wickman wants to get Gilkey on the slider. He wants to get him to swing at the slider. That was a good located slider. Heading the count 1-2. Don't be surprised to see Wickman throw another one.
Well, you go with what brought you there, right?
Yeah.
It's Wickman's money pitch. Let's see what happens here on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, man, did he just miss that time.
Just missed low with a fastball and had everybody surprised. Gilkey, the umpire, and us.
Oh, boy.
Big 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, and if I was a betting man, and I'm not, he's going to get the slider.
Gilkey has worked the count full after being behind 0-2. The payoff from Wickman. Grounded to short. Valentin to first, side retired. Indeed, the slider is what Wickman uses to ground out Gilkey and end the Mets' 8th.
Just 100 ways to win on MSC. When the LA Dodgers or the Cubs are in town, we'll be knocking them all down to the ground. Come on, come on, with the Brewers, we're having a ball on MSC. Come on, the Brewers are on MSC.
New pitcher from the bullpen for the Mets. He is left-hander Dennis Cook to start the bottom of the 8th.
Well, Cook's been around a while. He's been with many different organizations and with 3 left-handed hitters coming up out of the first 4 for the Brewers. Bobby Valentine goes with the percentages and goes with the lefty. 3 2/3, 2 hits, a couple of strikeouts.
Cook will negotiate the top of the order for the Brewers in the midst of this 1-1 tie late. Vina, Cirillo, and Valentine. Take a look at the American League scoreboard while we have a chance. Pedro Martinez in that Red Sox game pitches a complete game 2-hit shutout. Baltimore gets a combined shutout from Mussina and Benitez. Mussina struck out 9. A's and Yankees at it again after that wild one last night at the Bronx. Most runs ever scored at New York. Our American League scoreboard, as always, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. That Red Sox game last night was a wild one. Grand slam, bottom 9. Red Sox score 7 times in the bottom of the 9th. Mo Vaughn, the hero.
That's something you don't see very often. The Seattle bullpen giving up a lead.
Rich Becker is the new left fielder for the Mets here, starting in the bottom of the 8th. So top of the order for the Brewers, Vina, Cirillo, and Valentine against a reliever, left-hander Dennis Cook. Dennis Cook, a part of an outstanding veteran bullpen for the Mets. We saw Greg McMichael, the veteran right-hander, work a scoreless 7th. It's worth pointing out that Mets relievers are 3-0 with 1 save and a 1.49 ERA to start the season.
And you look at that bullpen: John Hudick, Mel Rojas, Brian Bohannon, John Franco, Turk Wendell. They've all been around a long time. Nothing like experience, particularly when you've got to trot somebody out late in the ball game with the game on the line.
It's really one of the best bullpens in baseball. 3 left-handers, a lot of experience. You got the great stopper in Franco. Cook not missing by much. 3-1 on Vina. Out of the wind, the 3-1 home to Nando. That's in for a strike. It'll fill it at 3-2.
Well, you can really see Fernando trying to work the count here. You know he'd like to get on base, lead off base runner, taking all the way. That's something he never would have done last year, particularly against a left-handed pitcher. Much more patient, not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
Vina's hitless so far this afternoon. He's hitless in the series. Cook's payoff home, swung on and swatted into the air. Tough play for the Mets. Out from shortstop is Ordonez, and he puts it away. It looked like trouble off the bat. Then you forget that Ordonez is out there. Nothing's trouble with him on the field. There's one of the veterans in the bullpen we spoke of earlier, right-hander Mel Rojas, late of the Cubs and Expos. 1 gone for Cirillo. Jeff's 2 for 5 with 2 walks in the series so far. And the sun's starting to peek out here. presenting some shadows on the right side of the field. First pitch to Cirillo, hit into the shadows and foul. So much for that rain we were supposed to see this afternoon, huh?
Yeah, hopefully it'll hold off tomorrow as well.
Turned into a really nice afternoon.
Beautiful.
Looking for near 70-degree weather tomorrow.
Get home, hide the Easter eggs in the backyard.
They used to have Easter egg hunts at baseball stadiums before games. Remember those days?
Yeah. Tony Migliaccio, the Brewers clubhouse manager, used to have an Easter egg hunt for the players on Easter Sunday. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Had a hard-boiled egg with everybody's number on it. Each player had his own egg, and you had to find your egg.
And I could imagine that could get pretty hairy down there.
A lot of fun.
I could only guess what kind of havoc that would wreak. You know, they used to hide Easter eggs around in the ballpark. When I was working in El Paso in the Brewers minor league system, they did it one year, and they put chocolate Easter eggs out in the outfield. It's 102 degrees that day. And by the time they let the kids into the stadium, all the Easter eggs were melted. It turned into a tinfoil hunt.
Yeah. One of those Easter eggs, those hard-boiled eggs that Tony Migliaccio used to spread out. If you didn't find it, and there was always a couple of guys that didn't find their egg. They got gamey over there in that area after a while.
Still 2-2 to Cirillo. Yeah, you best make sure that all those eggs are found.
Got a rotten egg hiding in the corner somewhere. He's done away with that.
Of course, Gorman's locker smelled like that all the time anyway, right? People are still looking for Gorman's egg in the Brewers clubhouse. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cirillo. Full count. Now Cook ran it full to Vina. Now he's gone 3-2 to Cirillo. Jose Valentin waiting on deck. Big payoff pitch coming in from Cook. Swung on and fouled away. Dennis Cook, one of the Marlins' heroes in the postseason last year. Did not allow a run in 7 postseason games for the Marlins last year. 2-0. Struck out 10. Opposing batters were only 1 for 37 against Dennis Cook in the postseason last year. He really stepped it up.
Yeah, that's clutch performance, huh? One of the many Marlins heroes of last year that are wearing a different uniform.
Here's the next payoff to Cirillo. He misses ball 4. Good at bat by Cirillo, and the Brewers get that base runner.
Your attention, please. Adam Bauer reports from the Family System Center. Adam Bauer to the Family System Center.
So the 1-out walk, and now it's Valentin. Jose will turn around and hit from the right side of the plate. Jeremy Burnett's waiting on deck.
Well, this is where the not having John Jaw in the lineup will hurt you late in the ball game. As you mentioned, Valentine brings in the left-hander to face Vina. You turn Valentin around, you've got Burnett, who's a left-handed hitter. Leaves the lineup a bit unbalanced. A little nuance that you got to consider when you're a manager and you've got your big bopper out of the lineup.
First offering to Jose, in for a strike.
Well, had Jaha been up in this situation, you might have seen Bobby Valentine go to the bullpen. Then he'd have to go to the bullpen again to face Burnett, and that burns the bullpen up. When you get into extra innings, that might make a big difference.
Cook taking a long look at first. Throws over there to keep Cirillo close. A run on 3 hits, 2 errors for the Mets. A run on 5 hits, no errors for the Brewers. We are in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers looking to win for the 8th time in 9 games. 0-2 on Valentin.
Jose made great strides last year hitting from the right side of the plate, particularly early in the season. And when you talk about Valentin, a much stronger left-handed hitter than right.
Still 0-2. No real activity in either bullpen. Plenty of people standing around. Next 2 at-bats will be key as far as deciding who to stand up in the bullpen for both teams. Here's the next 0-2 to Jose. Swung on and again fouled off. Mets have lost 2 in a row. They lost at Wrigley, coming up here to Milwaukee prior to yesterday's game. The Brewers take the opener in this 4-game series. Bobby Valentine's bunch looking for a win here today.
Well, they've been involved in a lot of one-run ball games, 6 already in this young season. They lost by only 2 runs last night, so a lot of close games for this team. Another one today.
Cook with a long look at Cirillo, and he misses to Valentin. 1-2. Dennis Cook has started 98 the same way he finished 97 with the World Series champs. He's only allowed 1 hit in 4+ innings with 4 strikeouts. Jose looked a little fooled by that pitch. It misses inside. 2-2.
Well, didn't miss by a whole lot. Very similar to the pitch that Castillo got called out on when Wickman was in there. Buckled at the waist, hoping the umpire would call it a ball, and he did. Didn't miss by much.
2-2 to Valentin, and a called strike 3. Boy, Cook just kept working that inside portion until he finally rings up Jose.
Well, he just did miss the pitch before. Jose looking away, and Cook comes in again, and that one had plenty of home plate, and Jose knew it.
It's 5 strikeouts for Dennis Cook this year in just 4 2/3 innings. And now it's Burnitz. This is your marquee at bat. Now Burnitz has earned the opportunity to hang in there in situations like this, facing a left-hander late. This might have been a situation earlier in his career when he would have been lifted for a right-handed pinch hitter. Not the case anymore, I'll tell you.
Well, that happened last year early in the season. Jeremy was not playing a whole lot against lefties and started getting hot. There's Marquise Grissom. You'd certainly like to see him get up at some point in this inning.
Out in front, 1-1. Burnitz this afternoon has singled in each of his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 3. He is 3 for 5 in the series with a home run, 2 singles, and a couple of walks, each of them yesterday, both of them intentional. The Mets are going to pitch to him here. Cook with another long check of Cirillo. And it's to 1-2 on Burnitz.
I can see Burnitz would like to get something on the inside part of the plate, but Dennis Cook wants no part of that. His fastball right on the outside corner. Could have been called low. Well, the outfield extremely deep for the New York Mets. Nothing hit over their heads. There you see him. Brian McRae can't get any deeper in center.
Here's the 1-2 to Jeremy. Strike 3. Boy, Dennis Cook with very impressive work in the 8th as he strands a base runner and sends us to inning number 9, all tied up 1 apiece. You're watching Milwaukee Brewers baseball on MSC.
Nobody does it like you.
To deep clean your carpet and upholstery, you can get a Hoover Steam Vac Ultra and pay once. Or pay these guys
Nobody
every time.
does it like you.
Fans, the Amoco Come On Back Club Card returns for another season of free Brewers tickets. Drive into your local participating Amoco station to receive your Amoco Come On Back Club card. Then fill your car with 8 or more gallons of gas 5 times to receive a free upper grandstand ticket, good for one of 5 Brewers games. Stop into your local Amoco station and pick up your Amoco Come On Back Club card today.
Hey, this game plan's a winner. It's a gritty and challenging task, but Team Tires Plus trains hard to bring you world-class service, keeping your car in condition for the daily hustle on the gridiron. Tires Plus knows brakes. Tires Plus knows shocks and struts. Tires Plus knows tires. They're the top people for the bottom of your car.
Low warehouse prices, world-class service, Tires Plus.
MSC viewers, I want you to listen up. It's still the same great show with the same 3 beautiful people. We're just changing the time. Sunday nights at 8:30. This spring and summer, the sports show right here on MSC.
Top of the 9th inning, still tied 1 apiece. Been a good one this afternoon, and Bob Wickman will try to negotiate that troubling 4-5-6 part of the Mets order. Olerud, Husky, and Baerga. John Olerud on 1-0. Fly ball into center for Grissom. Quickly 1 away. Fans for individual game tickets, call the Brewers phone center at 1-800-933-7890. That number again, 800-933-7890. Phone center hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 9, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 11 to 5. VP of Ticket Sales Bob Voigt is waiting to personally answer each one of your phone calls.
Yeah.
Butch Husky now. When you eyeball up that schedule, Bill, and you've got some great games coming up in the month of April. The Giants and Dodgers coming to town after we return back from Montreal. Giants and Dodgers have not been to Milwaukee since the Braves left here.
How about Mike Piazza? He's kind of hot, huh? A couple of grand slams on back-to-back days.
Yeah, $12 million a year just isn't enough, though, is it? They're just the public relations that some of these guys go through in saying no to these obscene amounts of money. How can you not boo a guy like that? I mean, really.
What is it, 12 million for what, 2 years, right?
He said no to that.
Yeah. 24 million bucks for 2 years. Mo Vaughn said no to a big contract. 20 million for 2 years.
Was that what it was? Husky punches one into the corner and right. Burnett's over to get it very quickly, and a fan reaches out and touches it. I'll tell you, there is just something going on in the stands these days. Oh, man.
It would have been a double if the fan touched it or not. Burnitz was right there, and Husky no way he was going to be able to make it to third base. But Husky does a nice job. Ball out away from him, and we've seen this entire series. He likes the ball out away. That's his second base hit to right field today, both on pitches on the outside part of the plate. Time to go somewhere else with the big guy.
Well, this is the second straight inning that the Mets have put the go-ahead run at second base with less than 2 out. Baerga, the batter now. 0 for 3 so far this afternoon, and here comes Don Rowe.
Well, we mentioned that Baerga is a switch hitter, but he's much stronger from the left side of the plate. Don Rowe going out to make sure that Wickman has a good idea of what the Brewers would like to try and do to Baerga. I think Matt Franco is out on the on-deck circle.
You know what's been interesting the past day or so? Whenever these baseballs get into the corner and a fan reaches out and grabs them or pops out of his seat to run onto the field, the Mets broadcasters who are next to us here in the press box, they're going nuts. I mean, imagine that. I mean, they see some behavior out of fans in the Big Apple that would make anybody blush. And even these guys are saying, what's going on here?
Well, we've seen quite a bit of it, that's for sure.
Oh,
last
boy.
couple of nights. Well, about 4 of those things happened last night.
Yeah. Wickman to face Baerga after the conversation. As Bill indicated a moment ago, Matt Franco has stepped into the on-deck circle. He will hit in place of the catcher Alberto Castillo.
Well, he might be trying to entice Phil Garner to go to the left-hander. Turn Baerga around thinking that my left-hander is coming up, but then pull him back. Little subterfuge going on.
Crime does not pay. Are they slapping the cuffs on that young man? Is that what's going on?
Wow.
Giving him a stern talking to, aren't they?
You got a couple of sheriffs over there, about 3 ushers.
Yeah.
Just for grabbing a baseball.
That's an international incident.
Wow. Where was that?
Boy, did not miss by a lot.
That was a good pitch. I have no idea where Jerry Lane thought that was. If that's not a strike, where is it?
Yeah.
It's a strike.
Come on. He hit his spot there, no doubt. 2-1. Husky off second with 1 away. To 2-2. Bob Wickman is not the type of pitcher to let a bad call rattle him.
Can't let that happen. It's only 1 pitch.
He really stays focused. Got him swinging. Baerga went after a pitch in the dirt, 2 away.
Well, when the chips are down and Bob Wickman needs to pull a rabbit out of his hat, he goes with the slider, and that's exactly what this pitch is. Unhittable. Good block by Mike Matheny.
Pitch breaks so sharply. Look at that. Started belt high and ended up in the dirt. And now it's Matt Franco to pinch hit.
Well, Matt Franco was one of the players in the Mets lineup yesterday in that 7th hole that struck out 4 times. Matt Franco saw 3 pitches and sat down. Chad Fox got him.
Franco's had 4 pinch hit at bats this year. He is 0 for 4 coming in off the bench. Big opportunity here for him. Wickman starts him with a fastball wide, 1-0. Ray Ordonez in the on-deck circle. This has been that unproductive part of the lineup for Bobby Valentine's Mets. Bill talked earlier about their strikeouts yesterday. Same can be said today when you talk about the 6 through 9 part of the order. Talking about 5 strikeouts and no hits.
Yeah. Well, this is the move. I was going to say that the Brewers are going to be very careful to Matt Franco, left-handed hitter. You've got late hitting Ray Ordonez on deck, a right-hander. He fell behind 2-0. They're just going to put him on.
So there's ball 4 to Franco. Phil Garner and the Brewers opting to pitch to Ray Ordonez. In the series, Ordonez is 1 for 7. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout today. He has hit in his last 7 ball games. But again, the Brewers like their chances a lot more with Wickman facing a light-hitted right-handed batter.
Well, that slider much more effective against right-handers than left in general. One a bad slider to the left-handed hitting Baerga, was it?
No. And there's strike 1 to Ordonez. Rich Becker waiting on deck, a left-handed bat. This is the guy Wickman wants right here. 2 away, runners at first and second, a 1-1 tie, top of the 9th. You flip the scorecard and you look at what the Brewers have coming to the plate in the 9th inning. Hopefully with the game tied, it'll be Grissom, Hamlin, and Jackson. And each one of those guys could end this thing with one swing of the bat. On Ordonez.
Oh, that slider is nasty today. Well, you keep it down in that location, there's no way you're going to get hurt. Watch this pitch. You can't hit that. Not with that swing.
Fans making some noise. It is 0-2 on Ray Ordonez. Just stays alive. The Mets have stranded base runners in scoring position. In 2 of the last 3 innings. We've left 5 all told this afternoon. The 0-2. Lined into left. That's going to drop for a base hit. Husky scores, and the Mets, in rather improbable fashion, have taken a 1-run lead here in the 9th.
Oh, that's exactly the pitch that hurt Wickman against Montreal a couple of days ago. Watch the location of it. Up in the strike zone. It was a flat slider, and Ordonez, give him credit, he stayed with it and banged it in the gap, and the Mets able to take a 2-1 lead. Boy, the slider that was the friend of Wickman this entire ball game comes back to bite him.
And here comes Phil Garner. With Rich Becker's schedule, it looks like Garner wants his left-hander Mike Myers. Well, he was 0-2 on Ray Ordonez. Not a guy world's renowned for his base hit prowess. Give him a lot of credit. He comes through with the go-ahead knock. Mets enjoy their first lead since the top of the 1st inning. A pitching change. We'll be right back.
Over 40 years, Century has provided you and your family with nothing less than USDA choice beef. No one else in town can make that claim. That's one reason why we've earned a reputation as having the finest beef around. But it's not the only reason. You see, at Century, our experienced butchers make sure you're getting the juiciest, most flavorful cuts possible. And they'll either trim to our quarter-inch standards or custom cut it to your specifications. Even more reasons why every great meal starts with Century.
Shopping for a computer. Nightmare on Cyber Street. What do you really want?
A choice of brands.
American has compact, IBM, Apple, Sony.
A good price.
American has the absolute low price. We'll show you in writing how our prices compare with other stores, even mail order.
I'd like to get everything and know it'll all fit together.
American's complete computer packages will work, guaranteed.
So you've got a friend in the business, because American's right next door.
American, the low price and so much more.
Fans, drive into your local Amoco station to receive your Amoco Come On Back Club card. Make 5 8-gallon minimum gas purchases and earn free Brewers tickets. Stop in today.
Well, the New York Mets have broken through with the go-ahead run here in the top of the 9th inning on the RBI single by Ray Ordonez on a 2-strike slider that stayed a little hot. Mike Myers in from the bullpen. His job is to retire Rich Becker with 2 away here in the 9th and give the Brewers a chance to come back in the bottom half.
Well, after a rather rough spring training, Mike Myers has done his job once the season has begun, has not given up an earned run yet this year. And this is going to be his job all season long. Get a couple of left-handers out and get out of there.
Runners at the corners for the Mets. Brewers certainly not out of the woods yet. I give Ray Ordonez credit. A .216 hitter a year ago comes through with a very big hit for the Mets here.
Oh, that was a pitch that was up in the strike zone. You can see it as soon as it left Wickman's hand that it wasn't one of those sharp breaking pitches. And those are the sliders that hitters rely on. You can't hit the good ones. It's the ones that hang. Those are the ones that you wait for.
Mike Myers has faced Rich Becker 4 times. Back when both of these players were in the American League. Myers with the Tigers, Becker with the Twins. The results mixed. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. A ball and a strike on him here. Franco at third base, Ordonez at first. Myers trying to keep this at a 1-run ball game for the bottom of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Let's see Myers with that low sidearm delivery, very tough on left-handed hitters. You don't see many lefties come from down there. That's why it comes as a shock when a left-hander has to face somebody like that. Good fastball on both sides of the plate and a big sweeping curveball.
Mets have their closer, left-hander John Franco, up in the bullpen. And again in the Brewers' 9th, it's Grissom, Hamlin, and Jackson scheduled. Could possibly be seeing a right-handed pinch hitter in place of Hamlin. Franco's nasty. Brewers didn't have to see him yesterday. Here's a 2-2 to Becker. Called, strike 3. Mike Myers does his job out of the Brewer bullpen. The damage done in the 9th, however, on the RBI single by Ordonez. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Brewers need a run.
Tires Plus like no other tire store.
Save on a wide selection of Owens Corning fiberglass shingles at Menards. 25-year Supreme fiberglass shingles are on sale for $6.99 a bundle. Add style with multi-tone Supreme Shadow shingles, just $9.98 a bundle. Or top off your home with the layered look of Oak Ridge 2 shingles, just $10.98 a bundle. All Owens Corning shingles are on sale now. Don't pay till next year during Project Days at Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Brewers down by a run. They're going to try and come back against the National League's all-time save leader, left-hander John Franco.
Well, John Franco has recorded 93 saves in the last 3 seasons. 7 times he's had 30 or more saves. It doesn't get any tougher than John Franco in his 4th game. And you can see has not given up anything. 4 innings, 1 hit, and 4 strikeouts. Good fastball, very good slider. Very tough on left-handed hitters.
So a guy who as a minor leaguer was traded by the Dodgers for Rafael Landeskog has since emerged as one of the best closers in the history of the game. Will try to stop it up here for the Mets. You saw the change behind the plate. Tim Spear takes over the catching duties. The Brewers will have Grissom, Hamlin, and Newfield scheduled. There will indeed be a pinch hitter to swing the bat for Hamlin. The Brewers wanting a right-handed bat there. And Eric Owens has emerged in the on-deck circle. So it will be Grissom, Owens, and Jackson. Grissom, Owens, and Jackson here in the 9th. 2 runs on 5 hits. Couple errors for the Mets. A run on 5 hits. No miscues by the Brewers. And here we go, bottom 9. Grissom 1 for 3 this afternoon. He is 1 for 9 lifetime against John Franco. 2-0. Well, you'd love to get Marquise aboard to start this 9th.
Well, good speed if he is able to get on. And you're able to bunt with Eric Owens.
Two and one. Grissom thought that was a little high. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. To 2-2 on Grissom. Popped him up. Spear discards the mask, 1 away.
No, that's what makes John Franco so tough. Very rarely does he give you a pitch to hit when he's ahead in the count. Tough enough when you're ahead in the count. Does not give up many home runs, keeps the ball down. Very tough to elevate pitches from John Franco. Let's take a look at today's Discover Card payback playback, and it's Cal Eldred. Another strong performance, 7 innings, only 1 run on 2 hits. He also struck out 5. Cal Eldred and his pitching performance is today's Discover Card payback playback.
3 great starts by Cal Eldred to open the season, and he's still looking for his first decision. Eric Owens, the batter now. Acquired by the Brewers late in spring training. Owens has not had a whole lot of opportunity. He's thrust into a big spot here. Franco misses wide with ball 1. Grounded to the left side. Alfonso spins, throws him out at first.
Oh, nice play by Alfonso. Had some troubles in last night's ball game. He did commit an error. Goes deep into the hole. Really takes a nice angle at the baseball and realizes he has time. Ball right on the end of the glove and a strong throw to first base. Nice play. Talked about the left side of that Met infield being very strong, and it is.
So it'll be up to Darren Jackson now. D-Jax is 0 for 3. Again, started the season on the disabled list. He was activated to start the homestand. He'd like to cash in with his first knock of the season here to keep this thing alive for the Brewers. Darren Jackson has some experience against John Franco. Unfortunately, it's not a very pleasant set of memories. He is 0 for 10 lifetime against the Mets stopper.
Yeah, we didn't need to hear that.
That's usually what you need to jinx it, right?
Yeah. There it is.
Indeed. Make it 1 for 11 as D-Jax straightens on a breaking pitch. He's aboard with 2 away, and he'll keep it alive for Mike Matheny.
Well done, partner. It's like saying a guy hasn't missed a free throw in, what, 3 games? And right off the iron.
Matheny now. He's reached on a walk. He's laid down a beautiful sacrifice. He has also doubled in 3 plate appearances this afternoon. Mike's got 4 extra base hits on the homestand, 3 doubles and a home run. Jackson at first represents the tying run with 2 out, bottom 9. Matheny represents your winner. 2-1 Mets, bottom of the 9th inning.
Now there's a pitch that Matheny would like to have back, a pitch right down the middle. Right below the letters. That's the pitch that he hit out of the ballpark a couple of nights ago against the Expos. John Franco still has pretty good zip on that fastball. He's been around a while, but he can still bring it in there.
Oh, and 1 on Matheny. They'll make it 0-2. And Mike never really got a good look at that pitch out of the hand. As if Franco needed it. The shadows are in effect now. A bit of a glare on the field as the sun has risen a bit. Franco in front of Matheny, 0-2. Spear sets up outside, and that will do it. John Franco out from the bullpen. He records the save. And it's another come-from-behind win for the visitor here at County Stadium on this homestand. This afternoon's rather, shaping up similarly to night before last against the Expos as the visitor rallies late to win it by a run. 2-1 New York, the final. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
What would you say to $229 a month on a Toyota Camry? Just a $229 a month lease on America's #1 selling car. Just $229 a month for a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. At $229 a month, you could say the Camry is close to perfect, but far from expensive. This is a TMCC lease available through your Toyota dealer. Each dealer negotiates his own terms. Get to your Toyota dealer now.
Experience the chance of a lifetime at Potawatomi's Showcase for High Stakes Bingo, located just minutes from downtown Milwaukee. You could be our next $2 million winner in our new Las Vegas-style slot area, now open 24 hours. For details on bingo times or special events, call us at 645-6888 or 1-800-PAYS-BIG. Potawatomi Bingo Casino, offering over $5 million in payouts daily.
If I ran the post office, there'd be a way to send paperwork and merchandise overseas that gets attention. Something that says, open me. I'm important. But it's gotta save money, real money, and go to all my key markets. Plus it would have value, be reliable, and fast.
Global Priority Mail. It's happening at your U.S. Postal Service. We deliver.
Having a ball with the Brewers, mercy me. There's at least 100 ways to win on MSC.
It's the third game of 4 as the Brewers continue against the New York Mets. Tomorrow at 1 on your Milwaukee Brewers Connection.
Come on with the Brewers. We're having a ball on MSC. Come on, the Brewers are on MSC.
Well, the Mets bounced back with a win here this afternoon to even up this series at 1 game apiece, and they waited until just about the final opportunity to cash in. The Brewers trailed early after an early score by the Mets. The Brewers would tie it up. It stayed tied until late in the ballgame. And credit the Mets, they came back nicely this afternoon.
Well, another one-run ball game for the Mets. Number 7 on the year. They've won 5 of them. They're a good ball club when it gets down to the wire. Came down to the bullpen. 1 pitch. Bob Wickman hung a slider to Ray Ordonez. That was the difference in the ball game.
Ray Ordonez is our player of the game here this afternoon. He delivered the game winner. He was behind. It was a 2-strike pitch, and this would win it.
Well, it was a slider up in the strike zone, and Ray Ordonez just trying to make contact with 2 strikes. Put the ball in play, and you give your team an opportunity to do something, and that's exactly what he did.
Ray Ordonez knock would score Butch Husky. Ray Ordonez is today's Miller Lite player of the game. That'll do it for us here this afternoon at County Stadium. Mets win it with a late rally. The final score 2-1. Join us tomorrow afternoon, a 1 o'clock start right here on MSC when the Mets and Brewers play Game 3 of this 4-game series. It'll be the home debut for right-hander Paul Wagner of the Brewers. Bobby Jones takes a mound for the Mets. It should be a good one. Do join us tomorrow. For Bill Schroeder and producer-director Gary Kirby, this is Matt Vasgersian signing off from County Stadium. Final score this afternoon. Mets get a win and even up the series by a final of 2-1. We'll see you tomorrow.